taking a bit of a field trip. This is my great-great-grandmother's crazy quilt. I know she was working on it in 1882 because there is a ribbon from a show she saw at an opera that's from January 1st, 1882. So that's pretty cool that she included that so we know when she did it. Just recently through cousin's genealogy research, I found out that my great-great-grandmother's name was Alice Marcelia Goodrich. Goodrich was her married name. And yes, it is affiliated with some very wealthy tire manufacturers. However, my side of the family never got to see any of that money because my great-grandmother Ruby McGee ran off and got married to a ne'er-do-well, and her father cut her off. All she got was her clothing, her jewelry, and her bedroom suite, and promised that he would never ever go back on disowning her, which when my great aunt Alice was born, her parents, Ruby, and I don't know Mr. McGee's first name right off the bat, but they thought that when Alice was born that her grandfather would relent. He never did. So a lot of the family history I know because of my great aunt Alice, and some of it I know because my great-grandmother actually lived to be 101 and a half and died in either 1987 or 1988. She was born in, I believe she was born June 2nd, 1885, which would explain why this quilt is not finished. However, this is a really remarkable piece of art. The more you look at it, the more you'll see. One of the most outstanding features is the painting of the little girl. At the very top of the work, and she's upside down. There is a long list of things I am supposed to be doing to take care of this quilt properly from when I inherited it in 1987, and I had it appraised and was instructed how to care for it. And you're supposed to rotate it and take the stress off the fabrics because back in the day they actually used to use lead in a lot of the silks, and over time it just shatters, and that's just the way it is. But the more you look at it, the more you see flowers, and you see umbrellas that are made out of pleated silk. Each of the stitching types is unique and different, and like I said, she included a band from a concert she went to on January 1st, 1882, and that helps us to date the quilt. And it's a fascinating piece, and I am so fortunate to have inherited it, and it's my responsibility to make sure that it goes to a blood relative, female, who will take care of it and treat it with the respect it deserves. And it just reminds me every time I see it that what we leave for the future is important. If you stop and think about it, this little piece of quilt is almost 150 years old. It's just amazing to me. And I think, what am I going to leave behind in 150 years? Am I going to leave behind children who do something wonderful and change the world? Am I myself in some way going to change the world? Is one of my paintings still going to be around in 150 years for someone to enjoy? some kind of heavy, deep thoughts, but I thought it would be good to share this with you and share the idea that art has a permanence, and poetry and literature, music, great architecture, they're all so wonderful. They're great gifts from our ancestors to us, and I hope we leave things that our children and future generations will benefit from. Anyway, that's my little soapbox for the day. Hope you thought that was a fun adventure. Bye.